The IEG-IFC focus on assessment of IFC's work toward private sector development. And the IEG MIGA evaluates the contributions of MIGA guarantee projects and services. Now, the IEG reports directly to the bank's board of directors through the Director General Evaluation. I just wondered who the board of the directors were of all five of the members of the World Bank Group. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know because look at the independent evaluation group. There's a little lawsuit here. Yes. Witness this. I put my signature there. You know, what's really interesting is this whole idea of doing assessments that have absolutely no meaning at all. Poop. It's kind of like saying, well, I'm good. Right. I, well, let's say you're the independent evaluation group. Right. This volume is a product of the staff of the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, the World Bank. Yeah. The findings, interpretation, and conclusion expressed in the volume do not necessarily reflect the views of the executive director of the World Bank or the governments they represent. Yes. What governments are represented in the World Bank? Why don't we just get those governments and find out exactly how independent this is? Yes. Because the volume of work does not support any general inferences beyond the scope of the evaluation, including any inferences about the World Bank Group's past, current, or prospective overall performance. See, it really doesn't matter what they've done in the past, what they're doing now, or what they'll do in the future. This independent right now is a bunch of bullshit to make themselves look good. The World Bank Group does not guarantee the accuracy of the data included in this work. The boundaries, colors, denomination, other information shown on any map in this work does not imply any judgment on the part of the World Bank concerning the legal status, yes, of any territory or the endorsement or acceptance of such boundaries. Now, that's really good that they have to do that because I didn't get through all of it, but this whole idea that whatever boundaries exist with whatever relationship that they're making with a non-existent government or an actual government has absolutely nothing to do with the actual evaluation itself. Makes you wonder who they're signing the agreements with, where they spend all that money at. Now, the rights of permission, this material is in this public is copyrighted. Oops. I'm getting another lawsuit today. Copying and or transmitting portions or all of this work without permission may be a violation of applicable law. Now, oops. Why don't you give me the laws that make it copyright? Copyright. The material public is copyrighted. Now, I just needed to know the publisher of this. Yeah, permission, Copyright Clearance Center, fax number, copyright.com. Why don't we get all of the actual requests for copyrighted clearance of all copyrighted material of everything that's been published? Yes, for the last 20 years. I'd like to know the actual signature. I'd like to know copyright.com. Yeah, all other queries on rights and licenses, subsidiary rights, yeah, should be addressed to the office of the publisher of the World Bank. Yeah, public pub rights at worldbank.org. Could you get me all the email addresses of the worldbank.org and every IP address that thought that they should send an email to any email address of any individual that had a worldbank.org email? Now, see, the global effort in the past 8 years to better measure results in development assistance, the agenda for this effort was articulated and refined in a series of international conferences, beginning with the International Conference on Financing for Development in Monterey in 2012 and continuing through Acura Agenda for Action 2008. Now, hence, like a hen, Oh, cost benefits analysis entails measuring results, valuing results, and comparing results with costs, and hence is highly relevant to the results agenda. Got quite a bit of an agenda there, but I just wanted to know about these international conferences because let's say I'm an individual, okay, and I thought, I'd like to go abroad. I'd like to go to these international conferences where they talk about all this different financing and different things like this. I'd like to go to those. I'd like,